think that this is last year's trail list. Wow. Anyway, so we are here at Lithia Park.
Isn't this Fishhawk?
Fishhawk, that's right. Sorry, we're having a rough time in the beginning here. We found the trail though, and I was like, oh look, hiking spree sign and stuff, but these are the ones from last year because I remember all these, and the ones from this year are not on here. So not looking at that, but we're in the right place because there is hiking spree here, and we're gonna go do this first trail here, the only trail here, which this says is approximately 3 miles long. So we're gonna give it a go.
When she says that we were having a little bit of trouble in the beginning. So first off, when we got into the park, there's like no signs anywhere about, number one, where to go, where the hiking was.
And you know how we are about needing signs.
We desperately need signs. So we drove around, we found a bunch of stuff, and there's like a swimming hole, and there was like a whole bunch of people ready to have a picnic, and it looks pretty awesome.
Kayak rentals.
Yeah, so there seems to be a lot here, just not well established or marked. But so we are on day 2 of our hiking spree of 2023.
Oh, I see the actual sign for this year.
It's
Found it.
not even in the beginning of the
It's
trail.
not at
It's
the
like
beginning of the
halfway.
trail. It's a little bit in. So if you guys come to this one, know that you have come to the right place. But just make sure you find the 2023 hiking spree trail sign.
You could always go to the hiking spree 2023 on hillsborocounty.org, I believe.
Yeah.
The link will be in the description, and it'll have all the information. So if you're definitely looking for cool trails in the area and you want to know if they're worth it, go down into our description and we'll have a link for it. And it's a great way to definitely know what trails you should be doing in order to qualify for the reward at the end. But anyways, we're gonna get on this and see this sign here and see what this place is like. Pretty excited. We seem to have found something. Let's see what we... Ooh, water.
Ooh.
What'd you find?
Found some river. I don't know what river.
Any otters?
No otters in sight yet. It's cool. It's got a little like area it goes through right there. It's very like nice to listen to.
Whoa. This one is crazy.
Whoa.
Look at
That's a lot of river. Wow, it's super clear. Look at the water.
Holy wow.
Be careful. Oh, there's somebody over there. Yikes, be careful going down. Can we just talk about there is no hesitation for this, you guys? Yikes. I'm concerned. You got yourself a tree there?
You got it?
Yeah, I think it might be better if I actually do it on
All right.
That was a fall. Alright, we made it.
Look at this. Yeah, it feels nice. Look at it. Come here, such a lovely spot.
It's a cool spot.
It's actually so surprising. It actually reminds me a little bit of Hillsborough State Park.
Yeah.
But it also reminds me of the one place we went up last year when we were doing Vlogmas. Do you remember the place with the big waterfall?
Big water. Oh, up north.
Up north, yeah.
Yes. It was
It reminds me
north
of that place.
Gainesville. Yeah.
Yeah, it's really, really nice.
Yeah.
So peaceful. I love the sound of the water. It's so relaxing. And these rocks, check them out.
You're king of the river.
A little slippery.
Protect your pup in the park. If your dog is your best friend, shouldn't you be theirs? This is hilarious. I love the picture of the animals. I mean, obviously it's really important. It's a good sign, but it's funny. He likes it.
I do.
It's nice.
Yeah. It's like a whiteboard. It has a bunch of writing on it.
Yeah.
You just take an eraser and it's gone. It's simple. It's so easy just to get rid of all that work. That's what it feels like when you're just out here and you're listening to this. It feels like you got all that stuff, all that work, then it's like it just erases it. And it's like clean again. It's really nice. So, currently at 1.35 miles, and still got a little bit to go. 1.35, and we're reading about 3,022 footsteps and climbing. There's pretty good elevation on here so far. Pleasantly surprised. This is one I'm gonna be one of the top ones, I think. Didn't expect this stuff. So I thought it would be only fair just to share any sort of downfalls that this experience may have, and we found our first. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. As you can see out here, it looks to be residential area, a little bit of a house. Unfortunately, you can see a little bit of civilization. You're not completely out here in the woods, you're not secluded in the park. There's definitely a part that runs along another piece of property that obviously has some sort of like housing and stuff, or apartments. I don't know. It looks pretty big, but
Yeah.
Luckily, you know, there's enough trees where if you wanted to, you could look away. It's not like definitely super distracting, but if you look, honestly, like you'll see it. But, you know, but so far, so good. So far, so good.
about at the halfway point according to Justin's Fitbit calculations. We're about 2.08 miles at this point, and that minus what he already had on his Fitbit puts us about halfway. So a little bit of a change of like vibe here. We were talking about how it was swampy by the river, and then as you come out of that, you got that kind of like Florida woods vibe, and then over here it's a bit more like dry. So it's cool. Lots to see.
All right, so where I was showing you earlier, where you could see some like residentials, gets a little worse because now
It's like directly.
we're literally walking in people's backyards.
Oh, there's an umbrella over here.
She's over here like, oh, that's a cool like housing opportunity.
They literally put like an umbrella, like the ones that you put on like a patio, like on the table. They put it in the pool so they could be under in the pool.
It is interesting, guys.
Good choice.
You get to see people's houses in their backyards. Tangerine bush right here? Oh, interesting. Not my favorite part.
That's amazing. Feels like you're walking through somebody's backyard.
I honestly wouldn't want a house where you were walking, where people walked behind your house.
Right here? Yeah, no.
I definitely wouldn't like that.
Yeah, it would feel weird about that.
I like it when you're walking these trails and like you're just not close to anything, because that's the whole point, right? Is to get like immersed in the outdoors and surrounded by nature. So one really cool thing about this park that we're noticing is that not only does it have a really cool hiking trail, which we are really pretty satisfied with, but there seems to be an abundance of other activities that you can do. There's a campground. There seems to be a launching spot so you can take your canoe or your kayak, and we're currently walking down the launch site, and it looks really nice. Yeah, that bridge is epic. What is this, Bersy?
Found a spring.
It's a spring?
Unexpected. It's like a swimming area, but it looks like it's a natural spring. It's like bubbling over in the center. And it's cool. They have a little like lifeguard stand that's in the middle. It's like on its little island, a little hut. I like it. It's neat.
So this is super cool. I mean, we went here to do hiking spree, and not only did we stumble upon a really cool park that offers camping and canoeing, but there's a spring here. And the spring is so clear. It's so blue, and I don't know if it shows up on video as good as it does here for us, but you can see up here, there's a little like lifeguard island that Sarah was talking about. And inside here, you can see in the middle that there's some bubbles and stuff coming up. So that's where obviously the spring is.
Yeah,
And then
something.
there's like big fish in there. It's awesome. Like,
There's like some kind of silver, I don't know what they are, river kind of looking fish, and then there's also plecos in there.
yeah. I was gonna say, I think those are plecos.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever seen the plecos? We see them all the time when we go to like different lakes in like the central part of the state. Specifically when we went to when we lived in Lakeland, Lake Morton, there was always like these like really like big fish that had a lot of these really large like thick scales on them,
It was
and we
like
looked
a-
them up and they're called plecos.
Like a flat catfish.
Yeah. And like it was so interesting, but yeah, they have them here. and this is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
We're gonna walk all the way around it. That's what they are, right?
They're
Those
like
are the
hanging.
Pleco ones?
Yeah, they're like hanging right there. They're like, why is this thing moving?
Oh,
like
he's
this?
coming over here. There's 2 of them.
Yeah, they're confused. They're like, it doesn't usually do that. That's fun.
Hey, look, there's another one right here.
Yeah, that one's big.
Yeah.
It's a little shark.
Look,
Notice that?
look. So I literally just like dropped my phone in there and turned it upside down just to get the shot from under the water.
There's a bunch of them over there. You can't get in the sun.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Look at them.
They're like, people.
It's so fascinating. I've never seen them move before. I know.
They're the lazy. Stomping like a little kid so I get less sand in my car, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do. Okay, now it's just ridiculous.
That was it.
Was it? It was cool.
It was really cool.
Cool park. One we'd never heard of before. Didn't know existed until the hiking spree. So
Again, best thing about the hiking spree is that it gets you to go out in nature, and they give you a list of parks to go ahead and hike at, and most of them you've never even heard of, and you get out there, you start exploring, and you realize, wow, I'm so glad I went here, and I'm so glad I participated, because you're finding things that you never knew existed. And like, look at this place. It's full of gyms, and it was really, really fun. Had a blast. My watch is vibrating, which means we hit 5 miles.
cool.
5 miles.
Good surprise.
It's awesome.
All those extra little side things we did added to those 3 miles.
They sure did. Hey, so we had a fun blast. We hope that you guys are also doing the hiking spree. And if you are, let us know what parks you've done. And let us know how many miles you've already started logging. And if you found anything cool, so many plants.
That one was the lowest. I was just waiting to see what was going to happen there.
And let us know if you found anything cool, like the springs. It was an awesome find. Definitely did not expect it.
Yeah.
Guys, until next time, we want to tell you, go ahead and be Bersy, and like and subscribe.
Yep.
Follow us. Get involved. Get out there. Get hiking. See the outdoors.
Oh dear. All right. We will see you guys next time. Have a good one.